Okay, so basically, I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this again. I was just looking over it right quick. So I'm actually doing, we're playing around with, this is EuroCAD. I'm actually still in this trade. I'm about ready to close it because it's actually, if you look at it closely, it's actually changing structure. Its whole structure, I was actually looking for it to go back up, but then it started acting a little funny. It broke out and then pulled back 2 or 3 times, and I was like, it's not going to do what I expect it to do. So I'm not going to risk even dealing with it. Let's go ahead and go on. I can go on down to the 4-hour. We can play there because I want to consolidate in this area right here anyway. What I'm gonna do tonight is I'm gonna pick a couple of charts, just go over those, and then have some people mark up because we need to get back to the world of critiquing. So you can have experienced traders on here, and then they critique what you're doing while you're doing it. That gives you a chance to get notes and information from different traders, because I may see it different than somebody else and may end up with the same results. That's just the way it is. So here I'm on the 4-hour here. This is my area that I want to really focus on at this point, is right in here, because that's where we're at. Active price right now. It's in pure consolidation there. I'm gonna go down to the 1 hour and see what we can expand out. On the 1 hour, this wasn't here today. This actually happened today, right? This spike. And I've been just buying it from the bottom. Every time it goes up, I'll buy it and then close it when it gets to the top. So I have one last order open, and I'm more than likely to go close it. When I first saw this wasn't here either. So I was looking at it as if it was a descending channel. Then that popped in and it started going up like that. So it made me concerned that we're not going to get this pushed back up. We may still get it, but I'm not sure whether we will or not. We'll have to wait and see. Because price is actually riding up slowly. We haven't had really aggressive move on this. It's just in pure consolidation. Anyone else looking at this one?
Yeah, I was looking at this too. Same exact thing. I seen how it was coming down. I was expecting us to probably get that push back up this weekend, but like you said, we're in that area and consolidating that low. Right now, we don't know if we're gonna get that breakout to the bottom
or to the top.
Right. Yep.
So basically what I would do at this point in time is, if I had this trade open, I'm going to close it. I'm closing good profit from the bottom. I still caught from here to there. I'm still up 83 pips. Not bad for a move, but I'm gonna go ahead and close it and say hasta la vista to it. And then I'm gonna set alerts. I'll set alerts for breaks.
If you were to close it now, would you be getting the price of the bid? I'm sorry, the spread now, or would you be getting the price of the spread when you got in the trade?
Well, price is as price moves, you'll see that the spread is going to move, but it will be what I entered in at, because that was the price that I purchased it at. See, the spread is considered So you'll be if you're looking at price. So here, you see how we have a price here. Can you see that on right here?
Yeah, I see it.
Or, well, it would be over there, but it's not. But so if you look at that price, and then say they went 10 pips up, so you would be, they would add that 10 pips at the initial entry. So when they do that, they get their money off the top. They don't get their money when you close the trade. They get their money at the beginning.
I see.
So yeah, so they're automatically getting their money then. So you'll be actually when I close it at right now is the prices that I close it at. So if I purchased it and it was a 10 pip spread, it was 10 pips. So I'm glad you mentioned that, because if you look at price between say 5 and 7, I never take a trade between 5 and 7.
Okay.
Because spreads are ridiculous. Today on GBP NZD spread from at 6 o'clock was 150 pips.
150 pips. Wow.
Yeah,
it's crazy, man. That's crazy.
It was crazy, and I was like, who would in their right mind would take a trade at 150 pips in a hole?
Yeah, that's yeah, that's yeah, I don't see how you can make money like that, man. Is there like a schedule for spread prices,
Oh,
or
so
is it does it vary?
No, it's basically doing at 5 o'clock, between 5 and 7 is the worst time to put in a trade. That's when your spreads are going to be the worst time. Because what they're getting ready for is they're getting ready for the blast of Asian session. So that's the reason that's not a good time to take a trade.
Okay.
So don't I would not even bother. So here's what I would see on this here trade. I would see eitherwise we're going to get this, or we're going to get this back to the top, and then give me a push back down. That's what I'm looking for. So you actually have two different analysis in one, because where price is nothing but consolidation, and so it doesn't really give you. It didn't drop down and do a pullback for this move. So that's where I'm gonna leave that one at. Let's look at Euro USD. It's an interesting scenario today. We'll go ahead and remove this. So if you're looking at USD, Euro USD, what happened is we had this here big drop, right? Then we had a pullback. But if you get to a higher time frame, we had a big impulse up, correction, then it impulsed down instead, and then when it did, it started doing a descending channel. Price shot up. Now we're in a flag to go up, right? That's where we're at. We're at a flag where this here gave us our impulse up for a flag pullback to go up. But my fear here is we have people who probably are still holding this here, right? So what we have to be careful with is I have two scenarios there, because if you think about it, this was my impulse. This is my correction, right? And then you got this didn't turn into an impulse. It actually started correcting here. So this was actually like an impulse, supposed a bit of correction, but it was like another impulse. on the higher time frames. Look, it was an impulse, 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 impulse. Now we got a correction. That's on the daily. Because those moves are pretty big moves. They're massive moves on the daily. That's 500 pips. So here's my concern right here. If you're holding this, be very careful, because what could happen is price is going to, we'll consider this an impulse. Now we're correcting. So we may get this. We may get your correction. And here's where you want to be careful, because say it did this. Let's go correct, drop. But if you get this impulse, it's just going to correct back and it's going to go on up. I was actually looking for this move, the bottom move. Anybody else got ideas on that one?
So what I'm thinking, actually, with this first big impulse, and then you said like this second night, this first big impulse, and then second impulse, I feel like personally that's just a correction.
Well, it is a correction on lower time frames. It is, but on higher time frame, it was another impulse. But you're right.
Yeah. So because it corrected, and I feel like that, and then I actually caught this initial correction. I caught it at the top.
Yes.
And yeah, so I caught it up there, and then I just pretty much brought it back down until like Stevenson called it for the buy, so I closed out there. Because DXY was like showing the same thing as well. So I'm thinking this may be a flag. I personally see a down move.
I see. That's what I said. I see the down move.
I see a down move into this, like, but because this trend line that you have is a very strong trend line. Like that's a trend line on what? That's here? A daily trend line.
This
like,
one?
Not that one. The downtrend. Yes.
This one. Oh, that's actually a daily trend line.
Yeah. So because
I'll put that one on the daily
trend line, it's just that much stronger, right? Because it's a daily trend line. I feel like we're gonna get the move down from here.
You can actually see the correction the way it moved here, because if it was not a corrective move, you would have had these. It would have been like impulses like this here.
Exactly. Yeah. So
this here had an impulse, one correction here, but it wasn't a full correction. That's when it dropped out, then went back up, and now we're back on the impulse here. Now we're correcting. I don't see it correcting all the way back up to the top.
I don't see it correcting there either.
I see it coming down.
Because we're at the daily trend line as well. Just like with the basic rule of looking left. Like the last time price came to that trend line is at the top of this impulse and it dropped. So for me, I personally think, we're gonna get this drop. A part of me thinks like I would say if I could see an impulse and a correction, then I'm definitely getting in. I just want to see like pretty much what I would do personally. I would see what price does, and if you look left, price is in an engulfing candle zone.
Yeah. See, like I would wait for price action before I even enter this trade.
Yeah. Same there.
Some people are probably still holding it here.
Yeah. Personally, for me, I'd probably close out if I was in.
I closed out. When it got up here today. I was done at 10 this morning. I was like, done with you. See you later.
So I got a question.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to cut you off. So, are you expecting the DXY to get strong?
DXY right now is here we are. We're actually doing another correction on DXY right here. Right? Yeah. But see, here's your problem. It's doing the correction up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if it don't make this correction all the way up before this finishes its correction here, this could drop out.
Okay.
And go on down to here and do its move down to here and then start its correction to get to here to go up.
I could definitely see that happening.
So that could actually, because look how close that is on the hour, right? On the hour, that's only down to that trend line. Let's see how many pips. I think it's like 50 some pips. Yeah. So you're looking at about 50 pips. If I go to the DXY, 80 some pips. So it's got more room to move here than over here on the Euro USD.
And I think it also depends on the euro dollar as well.
Yeah. So I still think that it's going to drop out the bottom just because of the way it's moving. Even though we had an impulse here, and we're correcting, the stronger move is the daily move.
Exactly.
This is my hourly move here. That's all that is an hourly move there. But my daily move trumps my hour move. So it's going to control the market on which way it's going. And right now, it's forcing it down. So that's where I'm at on that one. I also took Euro JPY today. I got this thing marked everywhere. It's actually, it did a had a downtrend. It was in a downtrend. It pulled back. It dropped back down. It's actually in a position here to where it turned and went back up. So I could actually see it. Let's go to a bigger one. I can see it better. So it's working its way up. Now, I have not moved this. That's where I put it. The other day, it was like maybe Tuesday. I put it there. And what did it do? It wicked it perfect. Wicked it perfect. And I'm gonna tell you why it wicked it. It wicked it to fill a void in the zone.
Yeah, to fill the gap.
And there's your gap right there. I actually had this here, but I took it out. So it needed to fill that gap. And it did. It filled the whole gap.
Oof.
That's how.
So what does that say to you if it filled that void? Does that mean it's a
I'm thinking
respectable resistance?
it is a respectable resistance, and see how it took. And if you look at it, we had an impulse, we had a correction, right? But we didn't have an impulse. That's not an impulse. That's a climb. It climbed the trend line. When it climbed that trend line, it gives me an opinion that this here could happen now. That this here's what I need to watch for.
I see. Okay.
And then let's get our move up.
Yeah, I see that continuation happening.
Because it was such a and then once this happens, then we'll come over here on all my voided zones here. You got the small ones or candles where it just gapped. We'll fill those then. All these here.
So Eric, what time frames do you usually pay attention for like these void zones? Like
The 4 hour.
The 4 hours specifically?
Mostly 4 hours where I'm looking at. Because they're stronger there than anywhere else.
Okay, so like could you make an exception for 1 hour as well? Or
I did here.
Oh, okay.
See, I made an exception. You can go. When they teach it, they say first go to your 4 hour, find what you can find. But if you're coming into a critical area, then you can drop down to the 1 hour and see what you can find there.
Okay. Cool.
And that was the area where I could find.
So pretty much you can find these on like bigger time frames, like
Yeah.
just 4 hours plus usually, with 1 hour being the exception.
Well, you don't want to go to a daily, because you go to a daily. Look, you got these things are at 100, you were looking for 113 pip move to move
That's
to you don't want to try to find entry in 113 pips, you know.
that's fair, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
especially you want to break it down to when you're in areas like the 4 hour and that's
yeah,
36. You can actually put a stop loss there and be comfortable.
that's fair. Yeah, that's true. Okay, fair enough. So this is like primarily used for these like void zones. They're primarily used for like pretty nice entries, like sniper entries, pretty much.
Yeah, and just like I use it, and I also use where we go in here and do the engulfing candles, and you find an engulfing candle there, right?
Yeah.
So before that would ever come back, you would have been here. That's a candle that was engulfed right here, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So now I got my area. It's sitting right on that area.
Oh wow, nice. Okay.
But I was also wanting to watch for. I saw this here also in the market at the same time. And engulfing, and that's also an engulfing candle at the same point. So you got the void zone and an engulfing candle in the 1 hour.
Oof.
Now that's a strong zone right there, and it proved it right there.
Exactly.
It proved it.
This would be a good move for sure.
So that's the reason I'm thinking that we may get our move down here. But all we can do is wait for a break.
That break now.
What's that?
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for the break now.
Yeah, I mean, if you can judge the market, if it's Kumar, you know, whenever the market's moving up like this here, we got a beautiful kick, and we got this pullback. You know, you go start popping your entries at the bottom down here.
Oh, 100%.
It's you know what the market's doing. You know exactly what it's doing.
Yes.
But when you're in situations like this here, you're like,
you should wait. Exactly.
Yeah, it's not clear. Like Terrell says, it's not clear. So I'm not going to risk my money because I'm not giving my money to them. They got to earn it. So it's better just to wait.
Yeah.
What's another pair you want to look at?
G-Shep, one, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, this one here's I don't know, I had it alarmed there for. I bet you I had it alarmed there to get in it.
I'm already in this.
For the sale?
Yeah, for the sale.
Yeah. I missed it. Apparently, I was out when I bet you I went to the grocery store. And my wife was hollering, "Hey, you got alarms going off," and I didn't pay. I was like, "Yeah, I'll check them when I get back." Dang on it. That's why she's hollering. I had alarms going off.
I'm really excited for this sell though. This sell looks really good.
Oh, it's going to be 990 pips on the daily. Yeah, it's going to be a nice sale. I wonder what that's doing right there, though.
Eric, how about GJ? It never did drop.
No, it had never hit a zone.
I scalped a little bit today because it dropped just a tad, but nothing like we thought. Yeah.
Let's finish this one here first.
Yeah, no worries.
Then we'll go play with everybody's favorite, GJ.
Me and GJ are on a break right now.
Hey, look, me and EA's on a break right now.
Oh man, I seen what happened to EA, and I was like,
dude, I pulled it for a push up, and she said, "Haha, sucker." I was like, "Haha, sucker, you only got 15 pips. Thank you." But
the funny part is when I was looking at EA for the buy, I was like, I should have noticed the sell, because if you look on like a higher time frame, I think it was like the 1 hour, you could like there was a big impulse, and we just got the pullback, even though on the lower time frame it looked like it broke
Yeah.
price, and we got our correction. So I was like, I should have noticed that.
This thing is like, it's in a hot spot right now, but you said you already entered the sale.
For yeah, I'm already in the sell for this one.
Why did you enter the sale?
Why? Because we're pretty much, yeah. Like I saw this resistance here, Stevenson.
You saw that right there.
Yeah, I saw this right here. I didn't get in at the very top. I got in like from that top. It pulled back, and I got in on the pullback. So I'm in profit for a little bit.
Yeah.
Plus, like price is struggling to go up. I feel like we've been in this correction for quite a while now. So I see this thing.
It stayed in this move up forever. Like, geez, look, March the 18th. It's like, just go do something. But that's a chef pair for you. I'm gonna personally wait for the break in the pullback.
That's fair. Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for the break and the pullback. Then I'll take the go. I'm not a big chef fan. So I'll wait. I'll wait on it. Even though this is one of the chef pairs that actually move pretty good.
Yeah. I would say this might be the only chef pair that moves really good.
Yeah, that is true. But see, I don't it's only tried to break this line twice. It struggled there a lot, but it's only hit that spot twice. That's my concern is we're not getting forcibly hitting that. And also, if you look here, we haven't got anything there either. It's been riding up at the top all the way up to here.
Yeah. And if you look on like a lower time frame, like it's pretty much in a correction from the down move. So
right here,
at the very minimum, yeah, I could cash out and profit either way. So even if it comes out,
I think you go get a move down to here at least.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get the move down.
Yeah, that's like 50 some pips. If it gets there and it don't break, you got time to get out. It's not It's not gonna move that fast.
So it's yeah, it's just I set an alert on this trend line. So once price gets here, I'll just look at it and see if I need to close out.
You set one there.
Yeah, I'll see if I need to close out or I can keep holding for that continuation down.
And somebody says, GJ? Yeah, this is you know what? I had this here set. The alarm went off. I didn't take it. I didn't take it. It's 90 pips or 88 pips. I didn't take it. Look, it hardly even went into the negative. You would have had no drawdown. It was like, it was gone. It moved pretty fast. But here's what I'm looking for right here. That's what I want, that area right there. Because we got the top of that wick. If we got, let's see here. Holy mackerel. Let's go to the 1 hour, see what it looks like. So we had an engulfing candle in the area right here. That candle engulfed this candle. So, and then we also had an area that we had a voided area there. So I think that's going to be a strong area. Because we're looking for, that's only 25 pips. I can take that. I can take 25 pips and draw down.
All right.
And be happy taking it. Because if we get this break,
that's a really big move down.
We get this break, we can take this to the house.
Reminds me of G-Chef a little bit. Wolf.
Yeah.
Almost
11,
1200.
1174 pips down.
Waiting on that one, yes, sir.
Whew.
That's a doozy.
If I put out a chart and y'all see these on here, this possible sell entry or whatever, I'm not doing it. I do it on my charts, but I do it for me. So you can ignore them if you want to, do whatever you want to with them. But I do them just to remind me what I'm looking for. Because I get caught up. I got people calling me from all different directions, and I try to. If I'm looking at a chart, I don't want to get confused. Especially with work right now, working from home, I'd rather be working from the office. Some people won't say that, but I would. Jesus, people drive you crazy right now, calling you every 5 minutes. Where you at, Kumar? In Canada?
Yes, sir. Right, southern Canada, Toronto, really.
Oh, okay. I had a friend I used to game with who lived there.
Oh.
What other pairs y'all got?
I ended up stumbling across AN earlier. It's not a super big move, but it looked all right. Like it was in a nice area off the downtrend.
Crap, I got mess all over this chart, especially in that area right there. And I don't even trade this pair.
Pretty much had our daily downtrend area.
I haven't looked at this chart in forever. Like probably back here was where the last time I looked at that chart was the 6th. And I had put this arrow here apparently, and it went straight up that arrow, didn't it? I don't need that anymore. But we're in the area right here.
Yep, and if you extend that daily trend over, it's like right with that trend line.
Let's go to the daily.
Coming across it.
Let's pull it. Yep. And I know I ain't supposed to pull this on the daily, but let's see what it is on 4 hour. Delete that one. See what we got here. It's already closed. It's already closed it out. And we got an impulse down. We're correcting. Flat correction, though. That's the scary part. It's a flat correction.
Yep. That's why it's like it could go either way.
Yeah. If it was something like ascending channel, I'd be happier.
Yeah.
If it would extend up this trend line here, I'd be very happy. Because I wouldn't care if it broke the daily trend line as long as it's not doing an impulse break. It's doing a work ascending channel. But this thing gives, you know what? For a pair, this thing gives some beautiful flags.
Yeah.
Those flags are so nice. Look, they're just so perfect. And it's so smooth, it's not all over the place.
Yeah, ideally, if we could get all flags to look like these, that'd be great.
You wouldn't be confused half the time and have to wait on stuff.
Tell me about it.
But that gold setup to this morning was crazy looking.
I tried to get into gold, man. You already know, Eric. And I'm like, you know what? I give up on gold.
But see, it was this here was a right here. Somebody was saying, "Oh, it's gonna sell. It's gonna sell." I'm like, "No, that's a flag. It's a nice flag." Well, then it started leveling out here, and I'm like, "No, it's still a nice flag. It ain't never broke structure." So I think I know I did, Terrell did, and some other people did put an entry in here, and that joker went straight up to the moon this morning.
Yeah, I was looking for the buy on this as well, and I'm just like, come on.
Did you see what he posted? Good God!
Yeah, I seen what he posted as well, and I'm like,
Really?
I should have.
Only if I could put them like that on. I could put a couple standard, but I can't put no 10.
I was like, my God, that's nuts.
Yeah.
But
So,
yeah.
but I've got this March still to go. If we get this correction,
we could get one more up move before
I
the
get
big
this
drop.
move. Yeah, this move to right here.
That'd be nice.
That's still
200 pips.
200 pip move. I'll take 200.
And that's gold too, so it pays out.
Let's see how. Look, it stopped here, right?
Yep.
If I move this over, give me my flag. It comes to the bottom of the flag, and there was another flag on the other side.
Oof.
That's a strong area right there.
Right.
That's a very strong area. And this here's a strong area right here too, because this one here, and bounced on and went across, and now it's come back to check the top of it.
Watch it correct down and make that a support.
Yeah. So that's a very strong area. And people wonder why you say look left. That's why you look left.
Exactly.
You got areas like that are key areas in the. So you had a floor and a ceiling, and well, now you don't have a ceiling anymore. Not there anyway. You got one over here somewhere. See how far that one goes back. Yeah, I have that one going up like that. So the ceiling would be there. Yeah. There's an area right there that it could be from right here.
Yeah.
But that's on the daily. The first move I ever caught was, what is that? Why does that say that there? Wow. Why does it say that there? Because
I think it might be Marios's chart.
I know why it says it. Never mind. Because I follow him on
TradingView.
Yeah, because look, there's Wave Trader. These are all the old charts. That's all that is.
Oh wow.
So if you follow somebody, it just, I had never noticed that before. That's cool, isn't it? Wow. But those are two people I follow. I watch both of their sessions. They have awesome sessions. But you're going to have areas right here where it's got to come back to. It's got to close these gaps. One there, one there, one there. All these are gaps. That's a big one there. So that's where I think we're going to get this pushback down. How many pips is that, Kumar? It could be 4,700 pips if it went all the way back to the bottom. So we're we're at a very good spot to get in gold for the drop. I took this one back in February. It was actually the 19th. I think it was the 19th of 2019. Right here. Yeah, February 19th. it was like at lunchtime, I was at lunch with my boss and I was looking at my phone and I put the entry in. So maybe it was the 20th. And that rise started dropping and kept going. I was on cloud 9. I got another pair.
GA. Did you look at GA already?
No, I don't think we've looked at GA.
Okay.
No, we haven't. We have not. We have not. Give you a weekly here.
Hey, Eric, do you still back test?
I do every now and then. Not a lot, but I do every now and then. If I want to try something new, I will.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to try a new strategy, yeah, back testing is the way to go. Don't try a new strategy and just jump out there on it. Back test what you're thinking or what you're looking at.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to step out there and say, "Oh yeah, I'm good." And next thing you know, you wish that you were good. So we need to let this flag finish forming on GA here, so we could get a drop on to the bottom for 300 pips.
Yep.
So just a matter of waiting. Set your alerts. You're in the whole area of. If we go to the 4 hour, let's see what we got here. This is my first area that I'd be concerned about right here. Then that would be my second. But it doesn't mean that right now it has to fill this void. It could still bounce here and then go back up and fill it.
Yeah.
Because it still has, look at it this way, it has all this up here. It still has to fill. It's never been filled. None of that has. Where you got these open candles. These wicks fill part of them. Like right here, it filled all of it except for that little portion right there. So say that wasn't there. So okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say that's my area right there, right? That's the area I'm looking at. Can you go to a lower time frame without? Yeah, good. I can. So if I went to the hour, that was filled, right? So now I just want to play and see what happens. We'll play it out and see what happens. See what happened? He gave you your entry.
So is that what you mean by filling a void? Is basically a retest of the area, a zone?
Well, see, a void is an area where price is not. They call them gaps, is what they call them. For some reason, I got void in my head, and I can't get it out. So I call it a voided area. But other people call them gaps in price. So what it is you had this here wick, right?
Right.
You had this here candle. It came down, but the wick didn't cover the front of it, no way, form, or fashion. So that's a gap in price.
Okay.
So what I'll do is when I market my charts, I'll go through in areas where price is currently at. I'll start looking for these gaps, and I'll mark them. And there, I just back tested it, right?
Okay.
I just took and marked it out, and I let it create the candle, and then I went ahead and saw what it would do. And what it did was it came up 15 pips into that gap.
The gap, right? And are these gaps always on impulses?
No, well, they're on big candles coming up or down.
Okay.
So you find them on the 4-hour on the 4-hour?
On the 4-hour, I do.
And then when it wicked into there to try to cover up that gap, are you saying that was an entry?
Yeah, that was an entry for me. But I saw it I actually went out to the 1 hour and I saw it here. See how I went ahead and said, well, this here wick here took out the rest of this here, but it gave me an area here that I can play with. So I went ahead and put my area or my voided area or my gap there. When price come back, it was playing around. It finally wicked up into it.
And you knew then it was going to drop.
It was my time for the drop. Because it come back and it cleared out the gap in the market. It cleared out some of it. It didn't clear all of it, but it cleared some of it.
Yeah.
So once, say I took that when that happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I'm 184 pips up in 2 hours.
Yeah, that's real good. I would have seen that green candle and thought, well, it's rejecting, it's respecting the trend line.
Yeah.
And I would have been looking for a drop, but I wouldn't. I would look left and notice the wicks there as well, but I wouldn't have paid that much attention to the body of that.
But here's your problem. What you just said about respecting the trend line, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's where your trend line would have been.
Oh well. Yeah.
Because if you would have put it here, you would have broke through the body of the candles, right?
Yeah.
So I'm still looking for this. Let's let it keep on running. It's good.
So now it's doing the same thing, going down. You're looking left for those zones.
Yes. Well, now it's in. You got these areas here. It could come to this first one. It could come to the second one. It all depends on what it wants to do. It's an area, but it also, since now that's there, there's nothing saying that price can't come do something stupid and shoot back up. Because look there how price went up.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing saying that it couldn't do that.
Okay.
It's just give yourself options and learn your market structure and engulfing candles. If you can find one of those zones and an engulfing candle in the same area, that's money to me. Like here, you never got an engulfing candle here, but price dropped, right?
Yeah.
Engulfing candle was way up here, right here.
Mm-hmm.
See, this here candle here engulfed this one. That's where we got our drop.
Right.
So, and to engulf it, it needs to void it. It needs to take out the size of it. Needs the body of the candle.
Right.
So.
All right. Thanks.
So I'm looking for this to get a drop least for that 200 pips. We should get this here, and then maybe that. Let's go to the higher time frame, see where we're at in the market, because we may end up not even getting that. This may be the end of its move up, seeing that it did hit up here. So it may come all the way back down here, then try to give us another move up, or we could be looking for the floor again. I know that was back in 2013. We could look for this here. So we could always get that move or that one. 4,091 pips. Because this was an impulse, and we're correcting for the drop, right? Because we got an impulse here on the weekly. We got this here correction happening. And now we're looking for a drop. Let's see where fib is on this. It's sitting on the 0.72, 71 area. It's in a good spot to come on down. So there's the different moves we can have on this one. Personally, I know it's going to come down. But the thing is it going to come all the way down? Or is it going to take in, because it's been hovering above this here trend here, trying to break this here trend line since July 2019. And what you see happening is price is starting to lose steam up here. See how it's all consolidation? It's in a bunch of consolidation there. So you're starting to lose steam on the push-ups, and I think we may get that breakdown. What other pairs y'all want to look at? Anybody else want to mark up? Let's do that one.
Yeah.
You want to mark up?
Before I do, does any new people want to mark up?
Yeah, any new people want to mark up, because I know you can mark up. Because you do a great job on it, so.
Aw. Thanks, Eric. I appreciate that, man.
Oh, yeah. Anybody want to mark up? You never get better until you mark up in front of someone. Because I've noticed I can go to Discord, right? And I can go right here to charts, and the same people are posting the charts over and over and over again. So why not mark up in front of people? Get used to it. It's nothing to be ashamed of. You're learning a skill set.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Well, this is Cliff Andrews. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Normally I'd be talking and nobody can hear me.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that you want to mark up a chart?
Well, today I got my trading view on the screen, and I'm doing my tutorial so I can understand how to use the tools and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So that's pretty much where I'm at, because I was using the chart for the one that comes with MetaTrader 4.
Yeah.
And Kathleen said, I'm not serious because I need to get on TradingView, right?
Hey, if you can mark up on MetaTrader 4 and get and make money. I'm not gonna say you're not serious.
but she wasn't trying to give me the business or anything. She was serious. She's like, you need to get on trading view
Is
because
she on here? She's my godmother.
Hey.
Hey, there she is.
Hey, Eric, how are you, godson?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, she's the one that tells me what's going on. Without her, I'd be totally lost.
Oh, hey, but this is the perfect time for you to learn. I can tell you any tool that you need to know. So why not?
Well, to start with, let's see. I need to, I guess, pick a chart first. Let me.
Well, first you need to share your screen.
Let's have somebody else go ahead and mark up, and I'll get this thing ready because I've got the YouTube video and all that stuff on here from my studies.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
I'm gonna clear all this out and then just get trading view up here, and then we'll go from there. And I'll come back up as soon as it's ready.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyone? There's a lot of people on here.
I'll chart up, man.
Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing and you take over.
Okay, cool. Thank you. My name is Chris, by the way.
Okay, I'm Eric.
Okay, so, is there a pair? Can you pick a pair for me?
You can pair. You can do any pair you want to. What do you what pair do you usually do?
To be honest with you, man, like I'll chart a bunch of pairs and I'll find the best setup.
All the way to the end. That's the last one. There you go.
Okay, here we go. Wait, no, wait, what?
No, just continue.
That's a bright boy.
Okay, so let me go ahead and.
He likes the white charts.
Yeah, you know, I've been playing around with different chart backgrounds.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm back to this one now. So let me go ahead and.
Hey, if you can look at that one, that's fine. Shoot.
I'll go ahead and chart. Let me go ahead and try this one now.
Shoot, we used to do gray with a black and white candle, so.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so go here. Okay. Does this look okay for everybody? Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
Yep. They're good.
Okay, so I'll start from my weekly, and I'm focused on you know, the most recent price. So I'm looking at this area right here. I'll go ahead and take my horizontal lines and mark out the highs and the lows. So I'm looking where I get the most touches. I'm gonna go ahead with that and with this. Okay, so I'm done with the weekly. And if you see anything that you could correct me on, please feel free to interrupt.
Well, the first thing I would do right now is, well, let's see where that current price. The current price in the middle. I'd probably still bring that down to the bottom of the wick. Yeah. Down to that the far wick. Yeah. Somebody's got an alarm going off.
I'm sorry. 1 second. Let me shut my door.
Nice.
Okay, is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're saying to bring the support line down to the very last touch?
Yeah. I would want that area because you give yourself a little bit of room. You don't have to be on top of price.
Okay. And how is this? Is this resistance better, closer to the top?
Yeah. Well, you could have stayed where you were at with that one.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Because they would have showed the last place the price was at up top. It's heading back there right now too. So.
All right. Cool. So right now, what I'm focusing on is these strong drives down and these strong pushes up. So it's telling me that price is kind of consolidating. So I don't really see anything that catches my eye at this point. So I'll drop down to the 4 hour. And I'm starting to see a little bit more market structure. And the first thing that I notice is this push to the downside. And this looks like a corrective move to me. So what I'll do next is I'll take my trend line and I'll mark up this corrective move like this.
Okay.
Focusing on the bottom where it starts. I'll get it right here at the bottom of this wick. And I'll get it to right around there where I'm getting the most touches. Now what I'm going to see next, what I'm noticing now is I'm getting a lot of.
I'd bring it out to the bottom of that wick though.
Okay.
Because you're right on top of price there, yeah. And
Right here.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Now what stands out to me next is I do see a lot of these wicks right here. So this is kind of telling me to look for this is telling me that price is being rejected from this zone. I'm right now I'm going for more of a sell bias if I was looking to go into this trade. So what I'll do next, excuse me, is I'll take this horizontal ray and I'll put it somewhere around here. And right now I just kind of hear, you know, Stevenson Lindor in my head. So I'll be looking for an engulfing zone right here to the left. So if I don't see it on the 4 hour, I'm gonna go ahead and drop down to the 1. Look left, and I see I'm looking right here at this this doji candlestick. So I'm thinking this might be an engulfed zone on the 30-minute chart. So I'll drop down to the 30-minute. Again, going left, and I do see an engulfing zone right here. So what I'll do next is take my horizontal rays. I'll put 2 of them right here, just so I have some awareness of that. And
now, if I was you,
yeah,
personal preference is I would make sure that my trend lines and my my horizontal rays and all those were all different colors.
Okay.
From each other. That way you know exactly what am I actually looking at here. And what I do is with I would do something like that. That way you know what the area is, because if you're looking, you can't see it. They're all the same. It could be a trend line, so you really don't know why you did that.
Okay. Okay, so just color code them a little different.
Yeah, from each other.
Okay.
And I even break mine. My horizontal rays and all those. I even and horizontal lines. I even put the breaks in them where you can change them to like the breaks.
Oh, okay. You're talking about the dotted lines.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I even changed it to that, so I really know. So right now, first thing I saw was when you went to the 4 hour. I saw that.
To 4 hour.
Okay. When that last big push up right there where price went to.
This one? Are you talking about this one here?
No.
This one here.
That one right there. When I saw it push up like that, I noticed that it seems like that flag is trying to work its way upwards almost into a ascending channel. Almost.
Right.
It looks really funny. It doesn't look normal for
it's losing momentum, right?
Yeah, it's okay. So I would look for possibly that could be a great area for a drop, but I want you to do something for me.
Okay.
Right above where you have those candles, I'll say that the 2 black lines. I want you to look at the candle right above it.
The candle right above it. You talking about this one here?
Yes. And now see that wick all the way over there, so where it's filled in price?
Right here?
No, over here on the right hand side where price is now. Okay. I want to see if that's a gap in the candle. No, but you need to go back to that candle all the way to the right.
To this one here? Okay.
I'm a taking can I want to see if I can, where's it at? Well, it usually gives me my tools so I can edit stuff on your screen. It's not giving me that. Maybe it's. Yeah, it's not even giving me the option to.
Okay. If you to walk me through it, I'll do my best to follow.
So grab the top black one. Grab the top black one, and I want you to slowly move it up.
Okay.
On up to the top of that candle, right there. Right. Come back down. Come back down to that next candle, right there. Stop.
Okay.
It wicked it perfect, didn't it?
Oh, I see. Right. So where this candle closed is
Yeah.
where the
That was
highs of these are testing. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was an area. And if you would have pulled the second black one up to the wick of that big one underneath it,
I see. Like
right?
that.
Go on up. No, go on up to the wick, to the top of the
Oh,
wick.
to the high. Okay.
Right there
Go
to
ahead and
that
do that.
wick, right there.
Right.
That area there was a gap, and it came into it perfectly.
Oh, okay. All right. So it's the same sort of theory that Lindor has with his engulf zones, except you focus on these gaps and their relation to the wick. Okay.
I'll use both. It all depends on where prices. If I can't find a gap, I'll find an engulfing candle.
Okay, cool, man. So, I mean, what I'd be looking for next is, I try to play out different scenarios. So if I were to go short on this, I'd want to see price break out of this trend line, retest, drop on a lower time frame, and find a reversal pattern before I go to the short.
Yes, and then take it.
Right.
But if you were looking for it to drop and you could catch it up there at the top before it broke out,
even better.
Yeah, but we like to take if it's a nice flag setup. This is a flag setup on the 4 hour. On the lower time frame, let's go to the 15-minute.
Okay.
15-minute.
See this little channel right here.
Yeah, you got but I don't trust channels on the 15-minute as much as I do the higher time frames.
Okay.
But you can see if it drops out there, it could be time for it to go.
Okay.
Because it keeps on beating itself up in that zone there.
Okay. All right, cool, man. All right, thank you, Eric.
You're welcome.
Let me go ahead and stop sharing my screen.
Okay.
I actually need to get off for a little bit, but thank you so much, man. If I get back on and the meeting's over, y'all have a good night, man.
I can't. I ain't going to work tomorrow.
Yeah, me neither. Not too late tomorrow night, but okay, man. Y'all have a good night. Thank you.
Okay.
No worries.
Anybody else wanna?
I'll try one, Eric.
Go ahead.
All right, let's see. Wait a minute. How am I supposed to do this? Share screen.
Yeah, share screen.
And here we go. Share. All right. Let me take all this stuff off. I start with the monthly. And I'll mark my high and low.
Yes.
And I use blue for that. That's just something I do.
Yeah, I do. Mine's blue too.
Okay. And then I skip the weekly for some reason, and I just go straight to the daily. And I try to put a trend line on things.
Go ahead and take your indicators out.
Okay.
Because you want a clear chart so your mind's, and take your MACD. You don't need it either. Because I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
It makes you a better person to mark up because of the simple fact that if you have indicators there, they subconsciously make you think the price is going a certain way.
Right. Okay.
Where without them, your mind is thinking, "Hey, you need to focus more on what you're actually doing."
Okay. And what I would have done in my mind, I would have tried to remember what kind of situation I was in on the monthly. I skipped the weekly and I just dropped down to the daily, and I try to put a trend line on things. So I would just do something like this, maybe. I used to, when I first started, I would box in price completely. But I don't do that anymore, and I've got away from.
Yeah, you're not looking for and that's a good thing. You don't need to box it in that much. Because say right now we know you had an impulse from where your bottom array is, right?
Right.
You had an impulse up.
Yeah.
So now you're correcting.
Right.
So next big move you're looking for is up.
Right.
So
okay. So what I would do when I got to the 4 hour, then what I'm asking, I always fill in my charts with this when I learn the fibs for some reason. I say to myself, well, it could go in either direction. So where would it go if it goes up? And I would take the extension and I would try to, find out if it was going to go up, where would it go? And I mark those zones. And so like these red little lines are lesser zones. I'm going to clone this for a second and turn it red. And I might be just like overkilling lines and stuff, but I'll mark that line, clone it, and drag it down to this one. And then on those other areas, I like to draw me a box. And I love the way you were doing your box. I need to learn how to do that.
Just take a triangle and add zeros to the end of it.
Oh, okay.
Like if you double click on it right now, if you double click on it.
Let me make it smaller right there. Double click.
We'll go to settings on it.
Settings.
And go to code, and then put zeros at the end of the second one.
Second one.
No. Where the 401 is.
Oh.
Just put zeros at the end of it. No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It should be 40100.
Okay, let me place this one, and I'll right click settings.
Mm-hmm.
Now you want me to do what?
Don't take nothing out.
Okay.
Just add zeros to the end.
Okay. Well, it moved it over.
Yeah, because how your price is set, but you're good right now. See how it just...
Okay, I'm just going to clone it, and what I'm doing is I'm marking, and see how sometimes these areas fall with other zones. They sort of overlap in places. So that's where it could potentially go if it's moving up. Where would it go if it was going down? I asked myself the same question. I put those zones in my chart, if I can get my mouse to work. And I do the same thing.
I think I saw one of your charts, and I was like, why is there so many things here?
But it just gives, it's almost like a security blanket for me.
Yeah.
And they do wind up being take profits a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
But now this one doesn't make a whole lot of sense because everything is scrunched up there, but not all of them are like that. But at any rate, we would look when it would hit this line. I'm trying to learn how to watch how it reacts on this 4 hour time frame, looking at these wicks, and what it does when it gets to these areas, these special zones, and then responding accordingly. So wouldn't I expect it to come back up here and then drop further?
I need to see it on a lower time frame.
Lower time frame. Let me. Yeah. Okay. Let me. That's 15 minutes. Well.
So right now it's working a flag.
Yeah.
Let's go to the 1 hour. Yeah. Right now it's doing a flat flag.
It is. That's not anything interesting happening there.
So we got to finish. It's got to finish forming. Do you trade this pair?
No. I like marking it up. I do a lot of exotics. I'm in that group with Celeste. This one I find intriguing. I was watching it as it got to this area. I was just waiting for this huge drop that never ever happened. So I'm waiting on some action here. I'm trying to learn the smart money concept, and so I'd sort of mark this out using some of those ideas. This consolidation area, waiting to see if it was going to behave that way. I don't know. I made some money on gold today. I didn't make as much as some of them did, but I did increase my account by about 30%. So
hey, that's more than a lot of people. So
yeah, and then you notice how price is it came up to this area, and it tried. I just knew it was going to keep going. I was expecting it to go to, where is this? At least to this area today, but it didn't make it.
Well, market closed on it.
Yeah. But anyway, that's what I do. one of the other reasons why I do so much of that is I'm trying to practice using fibs, looking for engulfing candles, and now you've taught me something else about this idea. So, for instance, on its way up here, price is sort of trying to, let's see, that candle would have filled that gap.
No. The red candle is the one you need to focus on.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah, it hasn't been filled yet.
Okay.
If you look right, there's nothing else.
I see. But now price came up that direction though.
Yeah, but it didn't close it.
No.
It ain't filled it.
Okay. All right. So I'll integrate that too.
And the thing about that is it's also an engulfing candle also.
Yeah, this area is too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to practice those things, and I know you can try to do too much, but I'm trying to find what really works for me and helps me be comfortable in the decisions that I make to move forward.
Yeah, you have to find what fits you. Trend lines and knowing where I'm at in the market is what helps me. So, and some people, they just need that, and other people just need extra. I think me and Kumar are about the same as far as how we trade.
Yeah, like I would say if we don't trade almost the exact same way, it's really similar.
Yeah. So, but if you need these things, that I'm not going to knock you for doing them. That's what you need. That's
well, at least for now, I feel that I do anyway.
Yeah.
But this one makes me successful as a trader. Like,
if somebody's like, man, I don't know how you trade like that, and they want to put down the way you trade, and you're like, well, my account's going up and not down, so that's all matters, right?
That's true. That's true. All right. Well, that's all I have to share.
Okay.
That's for gold. Fair enough.
Okay, Eric.
Let's go.
Okay, give me a second. Let me
see. Can't see it.
Where's the share screen at?
It should be down at the bottom. If you look around the bottom of the, it should be in a green with a arrow pointing up.
Oh, there it is. Okay. You can see my screen now?
No. You got to pick what screen you want to share, and then hit share. Like when you hit share, then pick what screen you want. There you go. There we go. Ooh, Bollinger Bands.
There's a couple of things on here, right? I'd like to remove everything on here, including the grid.
Okay.
That's what I've been doing while you guys were talking. I want to clean it up.
Okay, so let me help you. Right click, settings. Okay, now go to your scales. Is it scales or appearance? Hold on, let's see. Go to appearance. Appearance.
It's probably appearance.
Okay, appearance. Now you see where it says grid lines? Yeah, right there. You no. Go to, you're right there, but click on that, and then go to the second to the last black. Right there. Okay. Now go to your horizontal grid lines and do the same thing. Okay. Now those are gone. Now what else do you want gone?
The Bollinger Bands.
Okay. So click OK at the bottom. Click OK at the bottom.
See it.
You can't see it?
No. Is this thing in the way?
No, it's the blue OK, where it says OK. Just hit enter on your computer.
You can see OK from where can you see OK?
No, hit the X at the top. Can you see the chart settings? You still there? Hit the X. Yeah, there you go. That's good. Now you see up in the left-hand top corner where the MA, BB, 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 all that is. Okay, right there. I want you to take, and I want you to see where it says the eye out. Go back, go over to the right. You see where it says the eye is? See the eye right there? Click on it. Every time you click one, go down to the next one. Go down and do that one. Next one, do that one. Every time you do one of those, it takes you go to the top for the MAs. See where it says MA at the top? And do that one. Now everything's off. There you go. Now if you want them back on, you have to cut them back on that way.
Oh, okay. Now these right here, I did this before. I didn't even know these were gonna be here.
All right. So you want to clear your chart is what you want?
Yeah, I want to start from the beginning
Right click,
because I have to fix everything.
Right click. And you see where it says remove drawings all the way at the bottom? There. There you
go. Okay, I think that about does it for now.
Now,
the next thing would be the.
How did I interrupt you, Ace? Chris,
what
do you
is
mind
that?
going on mute?
Okay, that's what's going on.
What's that again? What is that in the background?
That's I think Chris still has his mic on.
No, I do. I'm sorry.
I got him. He's gone.
Okay, now we're cool. Okay, now at the bottom, there's supposed to be an indicator that shows you
the MACD.
Yeah, the MACD at the bottom.
Well, you don't need it right now, but do you want it right now?
I want to know how to put it on there because
I'll show. Let's do the market. Well, okay, we can do that. So, what indicators do you really want?
The MACD and
the 9 and the 50.
The 9 and the 50, right? I know that sounds familiar.
Okay, so let's go over to where it says back over here to the M9 and all that. Go on up, and I want you to click the X on each one of them. So we're gonna take them off. X. Click the X on that on each one of them. We want to get rid of them. Now, you see where it says indicators at the top? Click there. Now, type there where the hourglass is. Not hourglass, but the magnifying glass. Click in there. Go MACD. MACD. Now, which MACD do you want? MACD 4C or you want the regular MACD?
It'll probably be the regular MACD that shows it's the same one that
okay, so just click where it says MACD there. Just click on that one.
This one here.
Yep. That's the one you want, right?
You don't have to do for now.
Okay, so now take and go back up where the hourglass is and click that. No. Not hourglass, but the magnifying glass. Yeah, take that out. Now I'm going to the EMAs. Put EMA. Type in there EMA. Now you see where it says moving average, and click on that twice. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, now close it. Now close what you're in right there. Now you see in the right-hand top corner over here, go to your second one. I'll say left-hand top corner. I'm sorry, I kind of noticed it. Go to your second one. Go to the gear. Click on it. Change that length to 50. Yeah. And then click OK. There's your 2 MACDs. That's it.
That's good enough. That's all we need.
Now let's save it.
How do you do that?
Okay, you see where it says templates? Right there. Right, go back to the right. To the right. There. Okay. Templates. Click. Save indicator. Type in there 950. 9. You can do 9 and 50. And hit save. Now I want you to take and I want you to delete them off. Just
With
delete
the
it.
X?
Yeah.
With the X?
Yes, delete it and then delete the next one, other one off too. And then I want you to go down to the MACD and I want you to delete it off the same way. Yep, over there. You're right, to the right. Right there, X.
Okay.
Now, see if you go back to templates. And I want you to hit save indicator. No. Save indicator. No, save indicator template at the very top.
Click on that.
Yes. Type naked. ED. Yeah, and hit save. Now, go back to templates again, one more time. And I want you to put right next to them, you see where the star is? I want you to highlight the star in that one, click on it, and highlight the star in naked. Now hit, now just move out of there. You're done. Don't save it. Just, you're done. See, now at the very top, you see that 9 in that N? Where right next to the clock? Go over to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left, left, your other left. There you go.
My other left.
Right there, right. You see that 950? If you click on that one, there you go. If you want to go naked, you hit the other one. I'll mark up my charts naked. So now let's start working up the chart.
Okay. This is the first thing I would like to do is go to the monthly. So click on monthly, we're there.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I'm on monthly is because I wanted to see the earliest, I guess I don't know how to articulate it, but I'm going to draw a horizontal line here because it's one of the recent highs and the recent low. So that part I think I can pretty much do with this.
Now you want to go, no, go back. Go back to where you were at. Yes, and then you see, go right to the little bit. Now go down and you see where it says horizontal lines. Yeah, click that.
Okay.
Now you can
put a horizontal line here.
Okay.
And one right here.
But you got to go back over and click it again.
Okay, so that's marked now. I can see what's going on there. Now I'm going to go to the weekly. Look at the market structure. And I really can't see too much here.
Like scrunch it up some. Taking
Okay.
you know how to scrunch. Just take your mouse and just there you go. Okay, it's looking interesting.
Looks pretty like I can't do anything with that. So all I see is like an M right here. That's it. I don't know what that is.
Okay, so let's go down to your daily and see what you get.
Not much different.
Yeah, but can you see? Do you see anything there that you can do?
Well, I do see that there's support here. Maybe here. So I'd probably put a different horizontal line there.
Nah, I'm actually bringing out my trend line now.
So we're gonna do a trend line
because I want you to now scroll it back out some. Yeah, that's not a trend. You need to go get your trend line. Yeah, get your trend line.
Is it in here?
Yeah, it's the one at the top. Yep. You
now I see it.
At the very bottom, I would take at the wick, and I'd come up.
I see something here now.
So that's where we're at on our daily. Now we can drop down to the 4 hour. I'm seeing where price is actually working its way up that trend line.
Okay, I see that. So we can expect that.
I would probably.
I think we need to put some more stuff on here.
Yeah, I would probably go to my hour. because you will see more on your hour.
Okay, I see this wick right here.
Okay, so basically what I saw here was it started out as an ascending channel from the 8th. Is it 8th? What is that right there? Come on over to your right.
I need to move this thing.
What is that? Oh, you don't need, that's fine. You don't need, that's your time, your time and dates. You don't need to move that.
Can I put it somewhere so it's not in the way?
It's no, all you have to do is move your chart. You have to if you take on the right hand side where price is, click on it and pull down. Right hand side.
Right hand side. Price.
Yeah, price is there. Click on it and pull down. Is that what you're trying to do?
I was trying to move this thing right here out of the way. This thing. I moved it up there out of the way so we could see what the dates were down here.
Okay. So
here's the 8th right here.
Yeah. So I have price going up right now.
You can also close the watch list.
Say what?
You can also close the watch list, Eric, so it
Yeah,
can be.
yeah. You see over watch, just close it. That's gonna give us. Just click on it. Click on where you were just at. Go back. Right. Click on it one time. There you go.
Thank you, Kathleen. Okay, so we were saying that the 8th is right here. From this time period, we're going up. It's trending up.
Yeah. So can you shrink it some for me? Just scroll out. Yeah, scroll on out. So what I actually on my chart, what I would actually do is I would take and actually come from. I'm trying to get. I wish I could show you my chart to explain it better. I'm trying to get from March to 24th. See it's right here, right there. See where that I would draw a trend line on the top to go across because I want to close in this this price. Trend line up top, very top.
This thing off my completely gone.
What is?
Yeah, that's good. Now I can see what the heck's going on.
Okay.
All right.
So
now we're going to go back to that date. You said the 24th?
Yeah. Well, let's go back all the way. Going back. Right there. You see that top of that wick? Go across there and go up there. Yeah. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to close in. There you go. I'm trying to get price to where I can react to it when it comes to the top of this trend line, because I'm looking for it to sell. I'm looking for a sell off of GBP JPY. So I'm looking for price action up at the top originally, but now we're down at the bottom because we didn't catch it at the top, right?
Right.
So let's go to the 15-minute and see what we see. And hit reset on your chart. Down at the very bottom at the, you see where the minus and plus sign are? Right in the middle of the chart. Right in the middle. No, at the bottom in the middle. Right there. Go up. You see where the minus and plus sign is? Now go to the right-hand side, the last, right there, that's reset chart. Click on that for me. Okay, so now we have an impulse down, right? Where current price is right now. You see how it...
It's trying to dip into the line.
No. Go back some. Go back to where that long red is right there. There. See how price came down hard there?
Yes.
It pushed down.
Yes.
And now we got a correction working its way up, right?
Right.
So we're more than likely, this thing will go up as high as it can. It's going to drop out the bottom. We're looking for a sell on this.
What happened to that other line that we drew across the top right here?
You can't see it because go to the daily. You'll be able to say the 1 hour. You'll be able to see it.
Oh, okay. So what we're thinking is that it's going to keep on following this line till it
Yes.
gets to a point, and then it's going to drop.
Yes, you're gonna have to have a hard impulse through a trend line, through the trend line. When I'm saying hard, let me share my screen. Let me share again.
Okay. So
We're gonna go to this same pair.
where is it?
I'm gonna stop you from sharing.
Okay.
So I'm on the same pair, right? Mine's marked up a little bit different than yours, but almost the same there, because here I still got the price across here. When I'm looking for an impulse, say I had a trend line that was going through here, right?
Okay.
Yeah, let's not use that one. Shoot, let's go to 4 hour. Trying to find something that's that would have worked right there. Okay. So say I'm watching price here, and price keeps on bumping this trend line, bumping this trend line. This was a hard push through. On the hour, that's a hard push through there. But we're actually dropping down to even the 15-minute. I can go to the 15-minute here, and I can get I'm gonna get this even harder. It looks like a harder push through. See how big the candle is? So we got to, and then it came back. See how it tested it perfect? Because we're looking for this here. We're looking for this impulse up, this retest here, and then go, right?
Right.
So it did that perfect.
Yeah, I see that.
If I took in, and I let it play, our thing is, if you miss the first entry, right? If you missed your entry down here, don't get too over excited because you missed it and say, oh God, I missed it, I missed my entry. And then all of a sudden, here's what's going to happen. Boom, you missed your entry, right? And you'll say, I got to catch that entry, right?
Okay.
So once that happens, you put in your entry right there. It pulls back 50-some pips. So now you're in drawdown 50 pips, right?
Right.
So we're waiting for this to come back. Perfect hit right there. Bam, I'm in. Now let's go make some money.
It hit that trend line.
Yeah.
You just had to wait.
You just had to wait for it to come back. Now, it doesn't always hit perfect on the trend line. It may be 5 pips away from the trend line. There may be a little gap there where you can see through. But that's what you're looking for. You're looking for that and let it go. If you miss your entry down here, that's what you're waiting for right there.
Okay.
How long have you been trading?
Kathleen and I have been working on this for 4 years, but I haven't. Today is the first day I've actually tried to open up TradingView.
Oh, okay.
So I have to get acclimated to TradingView so I can. So when I share my charts, they look like everybody else's.
Okay. So are you in the Discord and all that?
Yes, I'm in the Discord.
Okay.
I'm paying attention to what's going on, and yeah.
Okay, so you be on the training sessions all the time then?
I'll be paying attention. I learned quite a bit. The thing on here is that once I get acclimated to the chart, one of our trainers, it might have been you, likes to use what I started with. You just draw horizontal lines to get your zones. And when it hits the top, you know that's your time to make your entry. Because it's going to go down, and when it hits the bottom, you know that's the time to make your entry and trades inside that channel all the time.
Well, see, I didn't go too in depth with you, because you're just getting used to marking up, and I don't want to get too far into it. You need to learn trend lines and get used into basic trend lines. Just get basic to knowing that of how to mark that that trend line. That's what you need to learn. Hey, there's your trend line, and you're just finding each trend line ain't gonna be the same. One may be leaning and one may not be. So you got to get used to that before we go into looking for my gaps in the market. And
I understand that though, to a degree.
Yeah.
Because when you say it needs to be filled, that is because the banks are trying to sell their purses, if you will. They got to make that gap up.
Well, what it is they left trades out here.
And so they want to collect their money.
They went to collect their money. And so there's people who stuck out here and they're looking around like, what happened?
Yeah.
And so now they got to go collect the mortgage. So
I've been there. Sure. Look out there, no man's land, waiting for it to come back.
Let me put it like this here: stop loss, stop loss, stop loss. I'll take a 30 pip knock, stomp out, and I don't really care. I want to get the best entry as possible. That's my goal. But I will take a 30 pip stop out with a $90 loss before I let that thing go into $400 and $500 drawdown.
Yep.
That's just me, because guess what? I'll make that $90 back before that trade's over.
Exactly. Or you'll get it back from another pair.
Yeah. Never revenge trade either. If a pair takes your money, don't go looking for that pair and say, I'm going to get you back.
I've been there too.
Because more than likely that pair is going to get you back. And it's going to make it even madder. And then
exactly what happens.
And then then you go back, I'm going to get you again. And it's going to keep on slapping you upside the head.
Yeah, move on to a different pair.
Yeah, move on. Look for clear patterns of like I really want this move so bad. I really do.
I sit here.
Oh my God, I want this move so bad.
You're expecting it to come down, right?
Yes, but am I willing to risk my account to get this move? No. I can wait for this. I can wait for this. It's just patience. If I can't catch it up here, it stomps me out. I can wait for this. It's going to happen sooner or later.
Okay.
It's just patience. And so I'll set an alert on this trend line here. And it'll let me know it breaks it. When it breaks it, I'm not jumping in right then. Because you remember what I said over here, where it went up and to come back and tested it. I'm gonna wait for that again. I'm gonna wait for that to come back and test that trend line again before I put my neck out there. My wife.
Can you send that link, please, for your chat?
For what, baby?
Can you please put that link there on the post for your chat? Then I don't have to screenshot it. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Where's that gonna go? To trade it to Discord?
To this here chat, this chat session in here.
Oh, the chat session. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So.
Yeah, I have to. My wife likes staying at home. She don't like going to work. She likes being retired, and so I ain't gonna put her in a situation where she's got to get up and go to work. So I'll wait for this all day and all night. Matter of fact,
there's so many pairs out there that you can look at with cleaner setups while this happens.
True. Like she's hilarious because she'll say, you go to sleep and I'm gonna sit up here, watch TV, and I'll let you know if the alarm goes off.
That'll work. That's cool. I'm cool
And
with that.
she said, because I'm not going to work, but I'll sit here and I'll wait for that alarm. I'm like, okay, we're good.
That's a very good arrangement, actually.
It is.
Yeah,
She
it
gets to
is.
stay at home.
That's an alarm.
She gets to stay at home, and I get to catch my trades.
I would definitely do that for sure. I love to stay up, so I would be glad to be your alarm.
I like to sleep, so.
I second that. Dang, Eric, that really looks good on you. Your charts look good.
It's I
What is it? The
take
colors
in,
that you're using maybe better than the ones I'm using. It's easier on the eyes.
well, yeah, I actually went to the darker background. You're the second. I think you're the second darkest, and I went to the even darker one.
Yeah, I have the darkest one as
I
well.
went to the darkest one here because it gives me a better view. And then I actually, on my candles, I went to the highest green I could and the highest red I could. Well, that red's, no, I didn't go to the highest red. I went to the second highest. I think I just moved it too. It's okay. But yeah, I like to be able to see what I'm doing. That's the reason I did this, and I just changed from blue to yellow because blue was kind of getting on my nerves a little bit because it would blend in. So you notice that some of my charts have the blue still.
Mm-hmm. It's nice to have more than one color, though.
Well, I don't like clearing my charts, so that's old markup there from probably a month ago or so. So now I moved to yellow. See what's happening currently. I just don't like messing up my charts. I'll clear them off. Like I think it was one I came in when we came in earlier. I cleared it off. I'll go back and fix it. It's okay. I can do a quick markup on one. Pick one you want. Let's just do a run through.
Okay. Let's go to
USD CAD.
USD Chef.
USD Chef or CAD? Which one?
Which one did Kathleen want? Let's do that one.
CAD.
USD CAD.
See, I used to have purple.
It looks nice.
So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump on the daily. I'm the monthly. I bad on me, but I don't do highs and lows. I just want to see what's happening in the market. I know how to impulse, and it's pretty much on a correction overall. So we're still selling here. In the overall move of life, we're selling, right? So I'm going to go to the weekly. Now I'm going to go to the weekly, and I'm going to say, what do I have here? And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take and come over here and my markups is going to be different than yours because I don't mark up the same way as other people. I know Kumar would have jumped way down and went straight to the area of interest.
Yep. Yep. You already know.
So I'll come in here because I still want to know where I'm at. So I know that this here is going to be a drop. Price shot way up, and all it did is it shot way up here. And
now they're all those stops.
It voided out these candles on the higher time frames here.
Okay.
Even the higher time frames, it knocked them all out, right? Okay. If you noticed it when it knocked them all out, it also went in here and tried to knock out the ones that were here.
Okay.
So here, see how it just pretty much tried to clear them all out. As long as it cleared the body, it's good. So now I know that I'm on the daily, right? Well, I'm not going to deal with just this trend line. I'll clone this. And it ain't going to work out right. Come on now. Straighten my clone out. It's supposed to be the same angle. Yeah, it knows it. It just did it. Straighten it out. I hate trading view sometimes.
I didn't know that cloning the trend line would come at the same angle. That's awesome.
It does. It's supposed to, but this time it's just acting like it wants to be stupid. It's
It'll
okay.
save me some time. Thanks, Eric.
Yeah. So that's what a clone does. It just brings it at the same exact angle. So I'll angle it in. So now I know I'm working in just this area here. This whole area here is where I'm working. That's my body of interest right now, right?
Yeah. Right.
Okay. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to take in, before I drop even down from the daily, please move. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to go ahead and do this, pop this trend line in here. Reset my chart so I can get a closer pull. Okay. So now I know that price is when it did a purge of everything to the right. I'll say to the left. So now we had this here big push up. Now we're looking, well, it hit to top. It hit the very top on the higher time frame right here, right? Because even without that there, if I'd have took this away, I'd have still had this here up here like this.
Okay.
Because I'd have looked for higher price. It's the same way you do your price, but you use
the horizontal line.
Yeah, you would have did that.
Right.
And yours would have been straighter, but if price, like, see how price didn't come all the way to that trend line, but
yeah,
now I can move it. Now I can move it the way I want to. That's the only reason I do mine with a trend line instead of a horizontal ray. So now, right now we're on the weekly. I'm gonna jump to the daily. We already did the daily. We already figured out what we could do there, right? So now I'm gonna go to the 4 hour. 4 hour, I know that price here is looking for a break, but we had this here push up impulse, and this here you would think is a correction, right?
Mm-hmm.
At least on the 4 hour. So I need to do this, right?
Right.
Because I'm probably going to get something like this, back. It's probably going to work its way back up another time. So now I'm on the 4 hour. We're good. Now if I go to the 1 hour, I'll come in here and I'll say we had a flag. We had a flag. We had a flag. We had a flag. And then it just went crazy. But we had a flag. Now we could be working on another flag here to go back up because we're looking for this drop, right?
That's what we're looking for.
So now we're looking for this and probably back to there. But if I go to a higher time frame, I could be looking for this now, then this on higher time frame.
Because if you look left, you see that's where it was before.
Yeah, way back over here. That's the only time I'll use my horizontal lines. I'll come here and mark price areas where it could say that it would come back to. And there you go.
Beautiful.
Now, could you take that chart, if I gave it to you, and say, know what you're looking for?
Yes. I'm looking for price to follow this trend line.
This one. So I'm going to drop 15-minute.
Go back up and retest it up there.
Yeah.
Then come back down, maybe go back one more time and then go down.
Now here's the thing. You have to be very careful on trend lines when they first start out, because you can have things like this here. See how you would have been like here? You would have been, oh, there's a trend line. All of a sudden it would have broke here, and then you'd have been
Okay.
like, oh crap, and then it went right back up and ate you alive, right?
Right.
That's the reason we say, let me scroll in here. Let me get you a perfect scenario here. We just talked about this. See how hard that break was? See
Right
how hard
here?
it was?
Yes, straight down.
That was a hard break, right? Then
Right.
what did it do?
Went right back up halfway,
Right there.
almost to that trend line.
And then it was gone, right? And
Right.
once that happened, be a patient trader, and you would have made 215 pips. You just paid. And what your lot size was, the most exciting day I ever had was, it was like, I started trading February the 20, no, let's see, February, no, it wasn't. January 28th of last year is when I started trading. I did stocks, but I never touched Forex. And so I took a trade on US 30. I didn't know any better. Shoot. People's like, that if you have a $500 account, you could put a 0.05 on it, right? Well, US 30, a whole different scenario. You don't put a 0.05 on US 30 with a $500 account. Well, I didn't know any better, and I did it. And I was doing a buy, and that joker took off. And you know, US 30 can move.
Yes.
And my account went from $500 and some dollars to over $4,000 in like an hour. And I was like, holy crap. I caught the bug. That was it. It was old. So, but then I talked to Gwen. She said, you put what on it? Yeah. I paid my wife's car payment for 6 months.
So you put a 0.05 on it?
Yes. And you don't do that with US 30. Not with a small account, you don't.
Yeah, if it went the other way, it would just vaporize everything.
Man, instantly. It would have wiped the account. I know somebody who wiped an $18,000 account. So they put a standard on it.
Well, I can understand how that could happen. And the spread is kind of thick too, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
That's why it's dangerous.
So that's what you're looking for when you're looking for your impulses and your corrections. Is when these are coming out, you want at least it to break and just give it time to pull back. It'll come back. So that's what we're looking for here. We're looking for this break. We're looking for some kind of break here. Now I have seen this here just happen. And they never do this. It's not required to come back on the flag. Flags are not required to come back.
That's what Kathleen said. Market's going to do what it's going to do.
Because look here. Did it come back?
Nope. It just shot straight through.
Nope. If it comes back, it's a courtesy to you. But it can just go. But shoot, I'd have wanted to get out of that trade because imagine if you would have got into it there. It would have come down. It would come back and vaporize everything you made right here, right?
Yep. It took some of your money.
So what I'll do is I'll do double entries here. I'll close here on one of them and let the other one ride. If it doesn't make it back, then I'm good. Like here, if I'd have got an entry here, it never made it back here. I think Kumar's holding. What's the pair you're holding right now, Kumar?
So I'm in 4 pairs right now, actually.
Yeah.
These are all I'm holding for the pretty much until next week until they hit TP. So I'm holding UCAD from 1.42.
Yeah, I think this here's the one I saw where I said,
Yeah, so roughly there.
It's right here, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
that's
then
200 some pips is what it is.
Yeah. So I got UCAD, I got EN, I got G-Chef, and I got EG.
Yeah.
So I'm holding it till the very bottom. Like I see this coming down to like maybe like there's a gap there's a gap on like what the daily or the weekly. I see it coming down to fill that gap.
UCAD, right? UCAD,
yeah.
Where's that gap?
Right
on
there.
The daily?
You can actually look at it right. Yeah, that gap right there.
Oh, right here.
Yep.
That's another 500 pips. I'll take that. This joker here can move. Let's see here.
Yeah, the Dow, right? Is that what that is you're looking at? The Dow?
Yes.
Yeah, and it goes up and down pretty much by what 45 has to say.
Maybe it was right here I got that trade that day. It was somewhere in here. So it started in January, but it was like later on I actually got the trade because I caught, let's see, it was here. It had to be here because it was, yeah. Because it was moving, and I was like, oh, crap. And I think I jumped out right about here because I didn't know any better.
It still went up.
Yeah. Look at it. If you take a look at US 30 on the monthly, has it ever not been going up? People's like, oh, it finally reversed. Man, that ain't a reverse. That's a daggone correction. That's what that is. That's a correction. They finally decided to correct.
Oh, yeah.
That's a monthly correction. That's what it is.
How long do you think this will go on, Eric?
On what, this?
Yeah.
What, you mean going up?
Mm-hmm.
You talking about going up?
Yes.
I don't foresee it going down like down here anytime soon. I mean, this was caused by Corona. Look when it was, February. Corona caused that. If it wasn't for Corona, that thing would have still been going up. Corona caused all that right there, February. All that was Corona. And I'm be honest, I'm tired of sitting in the house.
So you think that's just a correction?
It's a correction, but that's an impulse, and then we got a correction. But there's no telling how far to go down right now because until the economy comes. Let me tell you what happened. Okay, right here. Okay. Right here, everybody took and went to the grocery store like a bunch of crazy people, right?
Yep.
They went and got batteries. They went and got water. They went and got everything possible that they were going to need for the zombie apocalypse, right? And so they got everything they needed. So then all of a sudden, bam, nobody's going to the stores. Stores are closing. You got restaurants. Nobody can sit down in them. You can only go to, like, there's a Chinese restaurant here in town. It hasn't been open for over a month, and all they do is carry out anyway. But it still hasn't been open. They won't even open the restaurant.
Amen.
You know about that one,
Definitely.
They got a sign up. Like, me and Chris live like 3 miles from each other, just to let y'all know.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So there's a I went by there today. I was like, I want me some Chinese so bad. So I went by there today, and I was like, they're gonna be open today. And I went by there. There's a sign on the door that says we were temporarily closed until April 14th, and apparently on April 14th, then they're gonna make a reevaluation to see if they're gonna open.
Yeah, their son's in my school, and he's the next son wants to apply. So I've thought about calling them to get them to open up and fix me something right quick.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, if you do that, you give me a call.
Yeah.
I'm just like, man. I mean, that nowhere. I've been to Laurinburg, I've been to Lumberton, I've been everywhere. All the Chinese restaurants are closed.
They took a hiatus.
Jeez. I found a Vietnamese restaurant was open. That was it. As a matter of fact, I go there once a week, and she said, "Eric, I'm glad you're here." I'm like, she said, "But you can't sit down and eat." So she said,
Can you imagine, Eric? We're actually talking about this. It's real life.
Yeah,
Of course.
it's real life. But she was like, "I'm gonna take care of you." She said, "We're closing next week." So what she did was she said, "I know you come every Friday," and so she took and made me a to-go plate, like, for me to take home. She said, "Put it in the freezer and take it out on next Friday."
I got you.
I was like, man, you gotta be kidding.
That's real cool.
Hey, Eric, before session ends,
Yeah.
If you don't mind me marking up.
Yeah, sure, go ahead. Let me give you control.
Eric, is that a double top there?
Where at?
There.
Here?
Or you don't consider that?
Here?
Because it's kind of too flat.
I don't consider it a double top.
Yeah.
I consider Sierra head and shoulders.
Yeah.
That went higher, that went lower, and then they dropped. Some people like double top drops and all that stuff, and yeah, that's not a double top there.
Just a flat, straight.
Yeah, that's consolidation is what that is.
Yeah.
When you have that kind of consolidation where it's like a railway track, does it always drop? Like in this example here?
Not necessarily. I've seen it go up.
Yeah, it could go either way, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That pattern right there.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
It's yours, Kumar.
Thank you, sir. Really appreciate that.
And I can eat my popcorn.
All right, let's get it.
Thanks a lot, Eric.
Yes, Eric. Thank you.
All right.
For helping me with my naked chart here.
Oh, I already marked it up. All right.
Oh, yeah, USD. Hey, I looked at USD ZAR today. It looks.
Oh, all right. Let me redo this. Yeah. It's a little bit low, but that's fine.
I told you, it goes right for the area.
Yeah, pretty much. Ooh. So, can see it.
Let's go come back and retest that trend line on the daily.
Yeah, that's I could definitely see that. See this coming up.
Yeah.
Oh, where is it though? No, I'll actually look here. Yeah.
Eric, you know, you're the first one who actually showed me how to mark up my charts.
Oh, you talking about when we were in Atlanta?
Yes. So I realized a lot of people don't do that. It's kind of very, very stressful when you don't know how to do it.
Yeah. Well, Terrell showed me, so.
Oh,
And
that's
then just like you said, Kumar, and I really follow Kumar and you because I mark up exactly the same way.
What were you getting ready to say, Kumar, when I said that?
yeah, no, I'm looking, but that's a good move.
Oh, yeah.
I think, yeah. This is. I see this happening. That'd be a very good move to catch.
It's bad. It's bad when you can see it before you even mark trend lines.
Right? All right. Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
You know, I went out for December with surgery, and I didn't look at a chart for, from December until, December, January, February, March. I didn't look at charts all those months. So last week, it was my first week back, and I called Gigi. I said, "I'm going crazy." She said, "What's wrong?" I can't see the charts. She said, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "I need your help."
I need your help. All right. So this is what I see. We got patterns within patterns. Yes, this is an impulse. This is a flag. But if you look within this pattern as well, we have this.
Yep. And you go drop back down to there, and then we'll look for the buy up.
Yep. And that's that's a lot of pips. That's.
And is that 457? Is that the way it reads there, or is it 4,500?
I think it might be.
Because you're on the 15-minute there.
I'm on the 15 minutes, so I think it'll be 400. Like
okay.
Plus 400.
Still, there's a lot of pips.
That's still a lot of pips.
And this Nebraska pays very well.
Oh,
you only got to put a 0.05 on it.
That's all I like. I would just put a 0.05.
Mm-hmm.
Just carry that.
Just let it go.
0.05 is probably like not a micro, but a mini.
Yeah.
Like in reality. Yeah, and this just confirms it even more. Like.
I think we're getting that move up.
I see the move up.
When do you see it happening?
You know, I've never traded this pair.
Really?
Nope. I'll mark it up and I'll look at how I think it's going to go, how it's going to play out, but I've never really.
Where did Celeste go? She used to be so good with it.
No, I'm not sure.
Yeah, so
Celeste trades it all the time. I'm in her group. We look at this one all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know where she went. She was, I don't know.
She was here a minute ago. She was in the meeting.
Oh, was she?
Oh, nice.
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
Awesome. I follow her on TradingView. She's very good at it, and she explains. So, Kumar, when you say about those pips, is there any fundamentals involved, or is just technical?
Like, this is all, like, I'm just doing market structure. I'm just literally purely looking at market structure when I see this. Like, anything else, like, I don't. Like, this, like, I just see, like, how the structure is. I see this happening. Because this, yeah, like, this is a.
I'm gonna be. I haven't used the indicator in 6 months.
My guy. If you don't need an indicator, you don't need an indicator.
I really like
that
markup. I really like your markup, Kumar, because I'm able to follow so well.
Yeah. I just naked trade. I can't. When I put a indicator on there, it blinds me. I can't see the chart.
Oh no.
Terrell don't use indicators most of the time either.
Yeah, Lindo students.
Yeah, he's the one who taught me naked trading.
Yeah.
He's,
Personally, for me, like I just simply use the MACD. The MACD just helps.
maybe I should put that down there.
Like that's because it just helps me with divergence. Like
Yeah.
the fact that like it's just an extra confirmation, and it makes like my analysis so much easier. So that's all I use. Like I'm pretty much you can call it stripper trading at this point.
Have you seen what's the name? Isaac? Is it the 14-year-old?
Isaac. Oh, Isaac.
Yeah.
I actually just heard about him the other day.
Dude. He's the one calling all the trades in Terrell's group.
What? That's nuts.
Yeah, he calls all the trades. Like he's the one posting them left and right.
Yeah. So I got my alerts. So when we see this move, I will definitely enter this, and I'll just put like a 0.05 on it,
Mm-hmm.
and that's bang. Like to
Like
be honest, I don't know whether it's 483 or 4,830. Either way, it's a
you
lot
made
of
money.
I'm making money. So
Hey, oh yeah, you got an alert. I was going to say it's moving right now. Like it's open
yeah.
because the ZAR's open.
Yeah, ZAR's open, but like ZAR's not gonna move it much. It's more of the US that will.
Yeah, and it's closed right now.
Yeah, so we're gonna see this move down. Let's come down here and just get that right back up. Cause what is it? We got it on the 1 hour. That diverges on the 1 hour, and this is due for a pullback.
Yeah,
this is 100% due for a pullback. And then, just literally going from 1 hour to 1 hour or less. It's just pretty much like divergence. So this will be a good trade. Just to catch that up, and then we'll get that drop. Like, at least, I would say. Right
Is
here.
that time frame?
Will I twin trade this?
No, like because I've never traded ZAR either, but like usually we know like during London session or whatever session, we expect to find.
I think it moves during London session, doesn't it?
Yeah, it usually. I feel like it moves during London.
All right.
London session for sure. All right, so that's ZAR. Let me see Try. Try looks a lot more simple. Yeah. That's now, Eric. For a zone, would this be valid, or is it because the correction is still forming?
What? It's still a zone there.
So, would you still consider this a zone, even though this still will correct up, or would you put this as the zone?
You can do either, but what I'm looking for there is I'll mark that and then look at the lower time frame.
Okay.
Now go to the hour, because like when you got things like that, go to the hour and see what it gives you. And like the hour, see how the hour gives you a gap right there with the right there.
Well, actually, no. I can see it coming up here.
Yeah.
This will be a good pullback because I don't have an engulfing.
Yeah.
So I can see it coming. Yeah, I can see it coming up here, and then like they'll continue that drop. Yeah, and then by that time, we'll get our cross.
But if you go back to the ZAR, where we did that one the other day, that thing wicked it. Perfect.
Yeah.
Right there.
Like, literally, I marked it. Like, what was it? Right. Technically, it would be right here before this would have happened.
Because I think you were the one doing that chart, weren't you?
No, I think it was Jamie.
Was it?
It was probably Jamie.
No, it wasn't Jamie. It was somebody else who was doing it. I don't know who was marking the chart because it wasn't Jamie.
Huh. Okay, fair enough.
Because Jamie was the one called out that the gap, and that's what I said.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I remember now. It was somebody else. I don't remember who it was, but I didn't mark it up. But yeah, this literally came in, and then we just did the drop. It's about 381. 381. Yeah, around 380. It's not too bad, but this is not aggressive, so.
No, it's correcting still.
Personally, like, I think I would use the exception. I don't see it coming back up to the zone. I would personally use this one right here.
Oh, where you'll do the hour?
Yeah. I can see it coming back literally up to. See, the thing is, Eric, I think it makes more sense, like, depending on whether it's a gap or whether it's a zone. Whether it's a gap or engulfing candle, I think whichever one is more precise, which most cases would be engulfing, I would personally do it, because, like,
Well, that one there covers both.
Exactly.
It's
It covers,
engulfing
literally
candle.
covers both.
Mm-hmm.
So it just gives me that more ideal of a position, just for that to get up there, and it's like it would be much tighter. And that's the thing. I'm like, because now I'm very confident in my structure. It's really about, like, how can I really get the best entries possible. So I would wait for it to come down. Wait for it to come down. I could even technically put it down here, but I want to give myself that wiggle room. And then just use this void zone, and then just take that up. I'll be a really good buy. All right. Let's see. EG. Oh. All right. Nothing. Yeah, no. It's not clear.
See, I already had that marked, and I got it at like 372 pips. But from the bottom where you're talking about it coming from would be 434 pips. On that,
Oh, yeah.
on that USD ZAR.
On ZAR?
Yeah, I already had it marked.
Oh, okay, true. Fair enough. Did you have the same thing, Eric?
Yeah, I had the exact same thing. I just flipped over to it to look at it to see what it looks like.
Right?
That's crazy.
Seriously, it is.
But I used the engulfing there and went to the top of it.
Oh, nice.
So Kumar, did you start with just the 4 hour, or you looked at the monthly too?
So yeah, I went up to the monthly.
Oh, I didn't see that. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see that. Okay, great.
Don't necessarily need any gaps. Yeah, it could possibly. Actually, no. Need the line. Right. Yeah. So yeah, I actually have this coming up. I'm already in for the buy, just because we've been in this ascending channel for so long. So I definitely do see it coming up.
That's on you're on EG?
Yeah, I'm on EG. This move may take a bit, but honestly, it's totally fine, because we're already at a pretty significant low here. Because just looking left, got that.
I don't know what I was doing, but when I opened that chart, I had to fib from the bottom up for the pullback for it to continue up.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I was doing, why I had that like that, but that's fine.
It's like, wait a minute, why do I have a fibs here? Yeah, I'm holding this because it's like EG doesn't move as quick, but it pays out. Like for my Canadian currency, it gives me 17 cents a pip, and that's just on like a 0.01.
See, I got it going all the way back to the top.
Yeah.
Which is around 0.95238, and then dropping to the bottom. I'm gonna take that fib off of there. Jeez, still don't know why I had it on there, but it's on there.
Oh, I missed it. I didn't even mark this right. Nice.
What?
The high that I have here. Yeah.
Oh, where'd you have the high at?
I had the high like a little bit like above like 95137, I think.
Oh.
It wasn't touching like the actual high itself, and I'm like, oops. So yeah, I definitely see this. This is gonna be a good move. This is gonna be a good move. I'm already in profit. Barely, but still in profit. Like, as you can see, price is going down. This is going up. Divergence at the very minimum.
Well, see, I have on here. I have a mark set on 0.8530. Go to that area there.
0.85?
530.
38. So
0.83. Hold on, let me look at it again. 0.8. I got it on 0. I'm sorry. 0.87530. 87530.
87. So right here. Yeah. So I literally just put a line here as well.
Oh.
You see?
Yeah. Okay.
Like I have it 0.359.
Yeah.
But literally, I looked left, and I just saw it came down. Like
I looked and I had a blue line there. I said, "What's that blue line for?" And then I looked over and I said, "Oh, there's where it is."
That's really it. You know, I feel a little bit like more confident. The fact that now I'm like my markups start to look like yours, Eric. It's like, hey.
But that's hilarious that we have one there sitting there at the same place.
Right? That's nuts.
Now I got an alarm set on that one because I don't want to miss that one.
Yeah, like I'm already in this buy, so I like even if we get this and it still comes down, I'll take profit. I'll take profit up here. I'll just wait for this down move.
Yeah, they love to do that sometimes.
Especially, yeah, EGs. Pretty much like that. All right. Does anyone else want to mark up?
Let me do.
You set your profit there at the top?
Yeah, so there's my profit right up here.
You already did that. Okay.
Let me go to oil.
Do you want me to do oil? You want to do oil?
No, I'll do it. I'm going to show something.
Sick.
Anybody want some popcorn?
I'm down for it.
Man, Chester Cheetah brought out this popcorn, this cheese popcorn. This mess is so good.
Can I have some, please?
Some? Sure. So here's...
Keep your distance. Come on, don't come close to me. Stop it.
So I was looking at this, right? And so
Yeah.
We had a impulse, correction, continuation, right? Then I saw it drop here. So we had this here impulse back up, and then I think someone put out a trade today and said it was getting ready to break and go, right?
Nope. Mm-mm.
And I was looking at that thing, and I was looking at it, and I was looking at it, and my friend Steve was like, I called him. I was like, I think it's getting ready to go, but man, I don't know. I said we just put a small lot size, but I don't think it is. And so we put a small lot size. That rest went. Shoo. I told him, I said, yep. Then then when it did that, it gave me perfect vision of what was happening.
Yep.
It's pulling a 4-hour flag.
Yep. Literally, Jamie called it as well. He was like, "Wait for the buy." If you see that, like before the current impulse, the impulse before that,
Yeah.
the little like the consolidation in between, like the flag that was forming. He was like, "That's a reversal." Like if you go on the lower time frame, that's actually like a reversal forming.
I think we're going to end up. I think we're going to end up back here
I wouldn't be surprised.
because right now, here's what it's doing. This is the impulse. It's actually doing this here. If you go to the 15-minute, see it? Well, that's so many lines there. See what it's doing? There's the impulse.
Yep.
It could be correcting.
Mm-hmm.
Then go right back down to the bottom. If it goes back to the bottom, guess who's getting in it?
That's even still. That's a good sell. It's oil.
Oh yeah, that right there was 300 pips. 380.
Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, that's almost 400.
Yes.
Jesus. That's nutty. Oh man.
And what makes it so bad was I was looking, and I was like, man, that's crazy. But it came right back to this here was already here. I had already marked that there.
Oof.
It come right back to it.
Right. Jesus.
Right to it. It didn't even ask permission. It said, I'm going to come right out. It came right out of my trend line here. And I thought, it ain't going to stop. It's going to keep going. So it came right back to the top of this flag and stopped and held up. But I think it could correct all the way back down to here. Or find its way back down here. Shoot, I'm enjoying my $1.37 gas.
Right.
Not in my wife's car though. She on 93 octane. That dress it on. So that's what I that's what I think is what happen on oil is we may get this here correction back to the bottom.
Yeah, I can see that.
I just don't think it will. I just don't think it'll go anywhere else.
Yeah.
It just looks. That was too hard. That was a hard drop.
Yeah.
Not unless it does something like this here and then shoots back up.
Yeah.
Oil's another gold.
Oh man, tell me about it. But the thing is, oil is not as punishing as gold is.
Yeah.
So it's like it's the gold without it being gold.
That's right.
You can still make money off of it without like the aggressiveness of gold.
It's
like,
black. It's black gold.
It's black gold. That's it. And then like oil but naturally because oil is a commodity, you still don't want to mess around with that.
No.
That's like oil will blow your account if you over leverage. Easy.
This one right here will blow your account easy.
Oh God, any Great Britain pair will blow your account easy.
Yeah, but this one here is the is a pair of pairs.
This is the GBP of GBPs.
Because look, one direction, 1,000 pips in 1 hour. Matter of fact, it was 1,000 pips up.
That's someone's salary.
That was 1,000 pips up and 1,000 pips back in an hour. 30 minutes up, 30 minutes back.
I'm pretty sure that's within like a minute. I wouldn't be surprised if that was like just one, like a minute.
How far is that back? Can we see? I'll tell you in a second. See how far it lets me go back. I didn't even look at the date, did I? You can go to 15 minutes. See if it did it in 15 minutes. Oh yeah, that happened in 15 minutes. Let's go to 5 minutes. That was probably a minute, Kumar.
That was probably a minute. That's what I was thinking. That's nuts. Oh man. If anyone was in for that buy, oh Jesus.
They made a lot of money.
Yes. A lot of money is the minimum.
So anything else anybody wants to look at before we call it a night?
Are the links active in the chat with the charts, with your copies of your charts?
No, but if you want, I can copy them over.
I'd like them. At least ZAR and the oil one that.
Oh, you want me to do the oil one? Is that what you want?
Yeah. And then put it in the chat so I can. I'll have a copy of it.
Yeah, I will.
Tomorrow.
How do you want it? You want it on what time frame?
It doesn't matter to me. I just want to see what you're showing, and then I'll try to mark it up and see if if I'm going to arrive at the same thing. And then Kumar, you're marked up so fast with that user.
I'm so sorry.
But I'd like a copy of that one too.
Like that's something I am working on. I do mark up fairly quickly. It's one of those habits that I want to not have. So,
but hey, that's good. I'm trying to get to that place.
Like if it's just like me and advanced traders, like
it's okay.
There's some leeway there, but like because especially with newbies, like or anyone like that's not there yet, it's I definitely need to slow down just so like people can understand, because nonetheless, like these sessions are mainly about like learning. So I appreciate that. I appreciate the feedback, man. I promise I'll get better.
I appreciate it, you guys.
I think I sent that right to you, Chris. Straight to you. I don't know how it ended up private. But anyway.
Yeah, I see them, but I can't click on them or copy them. If I copy and try to paste in my window, I come up with some.
They you know what they did? It's a
this is my ZAR markup.
It's a setting they changed that you're not able to do it right now, I think.
Okay.
But if you take if you highlight it and do Control-C, you can do it.
Okay, let me try that. And then go to my browser. Now I get root-like structures that serve only to attach the plant to material, blah, blah, blah. I get that same thing on both of them.
Even when you do Control-C?
Yeah.
I sent it to you on Facebook.
I was able to Control-C and copy and paste. I was able to do that.
Yeah, for some reason I'm not able to actually.
Because I'm a host, that's why.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
But I'm sorry. It's something that they changed some things in TradingView. I'm saying Zoom.
Yeah.
And it causes that to where you can't do
Oh,
it.
I see what you're saying. Okay, well, no problem. I did take pictures of it with my phone. So I'll take one of oil though. I didn't get that one. Let me get that. Let me move this chat out of the way. Okay.
I was just gonna send them to you.
Yeah, you can send them to me still. I appreciate it.
Actually, let me delete that and let me go into one else.
I could have just put them in Discord, couldn't I?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just put them in Discord.
Okay. Yeah.
Under charts.
Yeah.
Under the chart and chat.
Yeah, that's awesome.
There's a 4-hour one. That's 1 hour one. I'm sorry. And there's the 4-hour one.
Okay. Chart and chat.
Why ain't Gwen asleep? Why is she posting charts at 10 o'clock at night?
That's the real question.
Well, now I've got another problem. I don't have chart and chat.
You don't?
Nope, I got chart and chill, chat and chill, matters of the mind. Learn to chart and chill.
He meant ChartNChill. I'm pretty sure he.
No, I'm on the. I'm sorry, I'm on the another group. I'm putting them over there. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I see it now.
I put them on another group. That I'm in.
Okay.
It actually says ChartNChill. I'll say chart and chat. I'm sorry. But now they're in ChartNChill.
All right, Kumar, would you put your czar there as well for us?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm actually right now. I'm just writing like stuff to watch out.
Okay.
Look for yeah.
I appreciate it.
Anytime.
Well, I'll see y'all on the charts tomorrow.
All right. Have a good evening.
Hey, are they doing they doing a London session tonight?
It was awesome. Thank you so much, Eric and Kumar. We learned a lot. I wish we could do this more often.
Oh, 100%.
Yes. Kumar, I'm following you closely.
Are we doing a London session?
Are you?
Oh, I didn't know whether somebody had planned one or not.
I know they said.
That's the thing. I don't think there's a point in doing London session, just because.
Yeah, because the chart really nothing open Asians. I'll say
Yeah, like nothing's going to be moving.
Okay, if someone finds out if we're doing it or not, please let the group know, because I know people will be waiting.
So it wasn't a private thing, that London session that was posted? I thought it might have been a private kind of thing.
No, it was posted in our group too.
Yeah, I saw that. You know, I did the T-Banks training some time ago, and we did one, and I just assumed it was for those students or something. But it's for everybody.
No. It was for the two groups.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll make sure I participate next time. I'm sorry about that I missed that one.
Okay, then.
All right, thanks again, you guys.
You're welcome.
No worries.
See y'all tomorrow.
Good night. Good night.
I'll see y'all today because it's already tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you.